WWE 2K25 dropped the island news, and man, most of the community just wasn't feeling it. Hi, I'm Jesse from the Pro Wrestling Shoot. We are going to dissect what is actually wrong with the island. But first, do me a favor, drop a like, drop a subscribe, and we're going to get right into the video. The island trailer dropped, and a lot of people just were not feeling this concept, especially from the NBA 2K community. A lot of them have actually experienced this mode over on the NBA side, and they have seen what it has done to the game over the years. So what exactly is the island? If you've been living under a rock, you haven't caught the trailer, you haven't watched any of the content creators covering the island for WWE 2K25, you haven't seen all the massive rage comments that are left in everybody's videos, then let me break it down for you. The island has 4 districts that you can go into. It's an open world concept where you can complete quests, you can complete challenges, and it is all to please the tribal chief, Roman Reigns. You can play online with your friends, you can invite certain people into the server, and the server fits up to 50 people on it at one time. In the island, you are able to complete challenges and quests and build up XP for your My Superstar as well as VC. So VC is earnable within some of the things within the island. There are also a lot of stores within the island that you can purchase brands such as Nike and Jordan, or even WWE Shop. And within these brand deals comes with kind of a hefty price. From the trailer, we got an image surfaced that showed the WWE Shop that you can purchase things on the island. And you were seeing some crazy prices in there, like 36,000 VC, 68,000 VC. But I think where the problem lies with seeing these steep prices is that the WWE community is so used to the VC prices from, let's say, my faction. My faction's prices have always been pretty steep. But if you take a look over on the NBA side, you get a lot more VC and a lot more bang for your buck when it comes to purchasing. And I get it, nobody wants to purchase VC and nobody wants to spend real world money going into the island, as you shouldn't. You've paid $130 for the game. I get the argument. Though I think the island looks fun, it looks like a new experience for WWE. I've always posed the question, will this work in a professional wrestling ecosystem? Because after all, this is what this channel is about, is bettering the WWE 2K games to fit the current product that we see on WWE television. So the island doesn't really fit that mode, and granted, nobody really asked for the island to come into the WWE 2K games. So what is it that the community is so worried about when you see microtransactions in everything? You see it in Call of Duty, you see it in Fortnite, you're probably gonna see a lot of it when Grand Theft Auto drops. Well, I don't really think that it's so much of the microtransaction thing that everybody has gotten their underwear in a twist. I think that it has to do with the fact that people are worried that this is going to get the main focus within these games year in and year out, as NBA 2K did. NBA 2K incorporated their career mode within the city. So I get it. I would not want to have an online connection to pop in my Rise. That would be terrible. Not to mention the things like Universe and GM mode not getting the love that they truly deserve. Fans are wanting something more of like story designer to come back, create a finisher to come back, Universe to get that big overhaul that we've been asking for years. So now that WWE 2K has introduced the island in year 1, what is year 2, what is year 3 and 4 going to look like if the island is a mainstay within the franchise? And though I've played NBA 2K and I continue to play NBA 2K in the city, another concern lies with building up your My Superstar, because it's gonna be one hell of a grind to get to that maximum level that everybody wants to achieve within the island. And most of the time on NBA 2K, you do see people pay the microtransactions to get the VC to then build your character up, because nobody wants to do that kind of grind. And one more concern is all these new island parts introduced into WWE 2K that is going to now transfer into your main game and possibly be locked within community creations. I think a lot of people are worried about uploading a character or even going to download a character and not being able to download the new updated Jey Uso that's wearing a pair of Jordans, because they do not have those Jordans unlocked within their game. We don't really know the specific details that go into how that's going to work on community creations, but I did release a video a couple weeks back that talked about limitations for community creations. Limitation number one, either you're going to be able to upload a character with the now bought Jordans that you have put on Jey Uso, and now you have an updated attire that somebody else can download if they have those Jordans, or two, you're not able to upload anything from the island whatsoever. Which, if that's the case, that would probably be for the best, because now you are not locking anybody out of downloading the updated Jey Uso attire. You're not locking anybody out of picking up an awesome Sting or Kenny Omega or MJF. Some players are already locked out if you don't have downloadable content parts. If you don't have the DLC, you can't download this character because that character used the DLC that this person didn't buy. Is WWE 2K gonna continue that limitation by allowing players to upload island parts, and those who don't have those island parts are not able to download? I don't think that's a good idea, but we don't really have the answers to that yet. There are some major concerns when it comes to the island being a part of WWE 2K. For me, the microtransactions have just never really been a concern, because personally, I like options. If I don't want to put in a ridiculous amount of time to grind something out, if I have the money, I could just buy it. It's nice to have that option. Not everybody has 20 hours a day to grind in a video game. But if this island does start to interfere with said gameplay, universe mode, my rise, my GM, all those other modes, community creations, then it could become a massive problem for WWE 2K consumers. Not saying that's going to happen whatsoever, but the players from the NBA side have already seen where this road leads. Now, like I said before, I am a current NBA 2K25 player. I play in the city all the time, so I actually thought the island looked like a lot of fun. So when a lot of fans are upset when it comes to the island, it comes down to business doing business things, man. Companies are going to find different ways to monetize video games, products, whatever the case is. It's a dirty world that we live in, and it is very unfortunate. Does anybody want microtransactions in a video game? Of course not. I too miss the days where I can buy a game and have the entire game unlocked on the disc right then and there. No DLC, no microtransactions afterwards. What I paid for is what I paid for. That's it. So am I going to try the island? Of course, it's in my game. I want to give it a try. I want to play it. And I know the community hates when people say this, but the best thing that I could say is, if you don't want to play it, then just don't play it. You have the options. WWE 2K still has every single thing that you loved about WWE 2K. They still have community creations. They still have universe mode with new features. They still have my GM, showcase, and the unified My Rise, as well as any sort of exhibition match that you want to run. So if the island ain't for you, then it ain't for you. I would just treat it just like my faction. If you didn't play my faction before, you didn't play it. And I know a lot of you will probably not like that answer, but honestly, it's the best answer that I could give at this point, because I really see no other way around it. It's not like WWE 2K is going to now yank the island from WWE 2K25. It's in there. It's coming. Pause. Play. So I can definitely see the concerns going through, but as of right now, it's year one. Nothing else is interfered within to the WWE 2K game. It's not incorporating My Rise. It's not incorporating universe mode. All the same features that you loved are still within WWE 2K25. But if that starts to change, I'll be right there with you, shouting from the rooftops, because at the end of the day, I do want a wrestling game. The island isn't something that I would spend most of my time in anyway. It's a free roam mode, and I just want to wrestle. So what are you thinking about when it comes to WWE 2K25 as a whole? I do think that they added a lot of nice quality of life features. We've gotten some new match types, some new brawl arenas. I feel like they put in a lot of work this year. So make sure to let me know in those comments, and if you liked the video, leave a like, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you on the next one. Take it easy.